And we're on our way.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Patron.
Hola.
It's us again.
You paid $1, so you get the special Justice League review.
You get to hang out with the super
maybe
friends.
they gave more than $1. So you make you paid more than $1, so you get this and other stuff that we haven't made yet, but you're getting it.
Well, we have T-shirts.
You can even put that down, or
Don't listen to Ricky.
No.
It's $1. We'll give you more stuff for more, but for $1 you get this and a post show every week, so it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, it's just $1. That's 4 gumballs.
yeah.
Buy us 4 gumballs a month. What
Yeah.
is
That's
that?
like a fifth of a cup of coffee. If you don't think this is worth a fifth of a cup of coffee,
I can't really blame you.
right? But,
But you're here, so you obviously think that.
And thank you for that. Man, I just want for instead of getting dollars for the people just to send in gumballs.
Send in gumballs.
Send
fifth of a cup of coffee.
Send us coffee, please.
Yeah, send us.
We're so
cups of-
tired.
It is 2 in the morning. 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is 2:30 in the morning.
It's whatever time you're listening to this at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't smoke anymore, but I'm gonna hold this cigarette all night.
I do smoke, and I need a pack of cigarettes. So,
Anyway, it's too bad you
Oh,
forgot them.
Well, starting out, oh man,
they're in the other room.
we just got to go see.
Oh, no.
We just went to see the new Justice League movie. It was awesome.
It was entertaining.
I loved it.
A lot of people said it was bullshit, but it is far beyond bullshit.
Never believe what you read on Rotten Tomatoes. They have a Marvel boner, and it's just not fair.
It has its fair share of bullshit.
They're not entirely wrong.
Yes.
But
They always score DC movies so low.
that's
Always.
true. Okay, fine.
Even if
apart
they're-
from Rotten Tomatoes bias
Until
towards
Wonder
DC, there are some flubs in this
Just
movie.
remember, it's only an opinion.
Right.
From a shitty opinion, so.
Except for all of our opinions there.
Yeah, they're
If you want an
amazing.
objective opinion, you're here.
You paid $1 or 4 gumballs to come to the right place.
You can't put that on a t-shirt. Send us 4 gumballs.
Yep. That needs to be the first thing we put up is a good 4 gumball T-shirt.
It'd be nice for a sticker too.
I really enjoyed the coming together of all of them. I thought it was really well done. Like one big thing that I was cautious about was the fact that, unlike Marvel, they just got all the heroes and just threw them all together real quick. And I didn't figure it was going to go well. But
Wasn't too quick.
There
Just
was
one
also
movie.
there was.
Yeah.
compared to so many different solo films and this and that.
I feel like the first act suffered a lot because of how much they had to expedite everybody's introduction.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they still did establish a group dynamic and gave at least a touch of characterization
Yeah.
to all of the main cast.
Oh yeah.
So
This new take on Barry Allen was weird for me. That whole socially anxious kind of guy, but
it made him. He's on the spectrum.
a super. But at the same time,
This is a lot better than the show.
But
The show does
these
go
are
to a lot
two
of
different
depth
Barry
and stuff.
Allen
Right.
periods of time.
True.
This is before Barry Allen is even in CSI. He's not a crime analyst at all. He just got the job now
So
because
this
of
has
Bruce
to
Wayne.
be-
Yeah, they've done a very young Flash
Yeah.
and a very old Batman for
Yeah.
this, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man, I love DC multiverse, and that's I've always just said, like, take it. It's just another universe. There may be some bad writing or bad things that happen, but all in all, this isn't many of the different comics that we watch.
This isn't any comic, no animation.
Yeah.
Completely new writing's probably been tossed around about 1,000 times, but you know.
It's a new take on older stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean there can't be a few mess ups.
Yeah.
Heavy on the few.
That's a big task, and I think that that's one thing I think they're failing at, is establishing the new direction of these characters. Like, I think one of the biggest flaws in this movie, other than technical things, which I'll get to in a minute, are really things that are just things that they inherited from Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
Like the poor, like.
The poor
Why,
CGI and-
honestly, really, why in this cinematic universe is everyone so fucking upset that Superman died? Superman was a fucking dick in his first 2 movies. Like, he didn't...
And that's on screen. I mean,
That's all that fucking
Yeah.
matters.
yeah.
That's
You're not
what
wrong.
they're establishing to
You know
the
how public
audience.
opinion
Yeah.
goes.
He still did so much good for him.
I think that does bring me to my biggest gripe with this is Superman. There's a lot of cool, like, iconic Superman moments, and it doesn't skimp on any of like the. It even shows Superman powers that don't get a lot of like screen time anymore.
Like the
ice breath.
ice breath. Yeah, I loved that.
That was cool. That felt.
Oh, he's just
And the
like,
moment you see
laser
all the
beams
positivity for
into
me
your
was
face.
tied into the aesthetic and the action sequences with Superman. I felt like every time he was speaking, if he really only got any dialogue with Lois, and even
Yeah.
so, that dialogue was stilted as fucking. Those two people, they look like breadsticks waving on either side of the screen at one another.
me home.
Yeah, right.
Fucking yeah, he Tarzan's her out of there.
was it you?
Also-
Was it you that said he's like Bizarro in the
Yeah.
theater? Yeah.
He does kind of feel like it at times.
First
The
full-
fake Southern thing. He has no
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I'm 100% American.
Now-
Definitely not British.
One thing I would definitely give this movie, honestly, as an up over all the DCEU movies so far, the action scenes, particularly the big fight at the end, felt like proper cinematic scale. Like it wasn't
Yeah.
too over the top like
Yeah.
they normally have been lately, but
Mhm.
it's still no. I felt like the end was very much like, okay, we've got like 20 minutes left of this movie. We've just finally got the whole team together, and
Yeah.
we're gonna rush through. I felt like the end. It felt like the end of a TV series or something. It didn't.
Yeah, I felt like
Yeah.
a lot of it. It made me feel very. I weird. Oddly enough, I think of the word homie, but it's like is very DC animated movie style. A lot of it, like a lot of the
I would say that's
interactions,
probably
everything.
true.
Like a lot of different DC animated movies are the Justice League coming together.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I felt like it placed just as well with any of those.
No.
If I saw this exact same movie animated, I would not be disappointed. I'd probably enjoy it more just because I
I-
enjoy DC animated more.
I expect more
I
though.
think it was a little bit better than the last animation they came out with for Justice League coming together.
War? I think it was War.
No, not that one. The one where Darkseid comes in.
That's War.
Oh, it's War.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah.
That's the new 52
It was
opening
a little-
animated.
I thought that was played a little bit better because they didn't really know each other besides Batman, and Batman somehow was just there to be like, all right, we need everybody.
Yeah. The fact that it was, instead of just doing Darkseid, and they have something bigger to lead up to, because Steppenwolf is Darkseid's uncle, I believe. Yeah. And it's going to ultimately lead up to him. Because, I mean, in the Batman versus Superman movie, you see that giant Omega symbol, and that is Darkseid's symbol.
Yeah. His call sign.
Yeah.
His tag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back
Darkseid just spraying the Omega
I was gonna say,
symbol.
like back in his college days, it would say if you want a good time, call then the Omega symbol.
What are you doing over there? Cheese it!
Go, Granny Goodness.
Oh man.
Oh, I wonder if that's actually off topic of the movie, but I wonder if that's actually going to be a character that they show whenever Darkseid comes in.
Granny Goodness?
Granny Goodness. She's like a
Yeah.
old woman. She leads the Furies, but she's always had the voice
What?
of a man,
She
a
was
deep burly voice.
no, yeah, she was in one of the animated movies.
Doom.
Ed Eisner played her. I think it was Ed Eisner.
I'm pretty sure it's just Batman and Superman. It's the one where Supergirl comes in, and it's her like beginning story of coming to Earth, and she gets to like hang out with Wonder Woman a whole bunch. I can't. I think it's Doomsday. I think it's Batman and Superman Doomsday.
We have it. I'm pretty sure we have it.
But yeah, I definitely enjoyed all of Superman's one-liners and
Terrible.
just the way he was portrayed, and especially from first coming to be alive. Other than the fact that his
dying
his
twice.
Bizarro thing going on, him dying twice. When
And
did he die a
the-
second
and the-
time?
And Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
He died twice. He died out in space. The sun gave him back life.
Yeah, you're right.
Did he die out in space?
Yes. Doomsday killed whenever the explosion happened out in space, it killed him.
Mm-hmm.
And then Doomsday fell, and then he slowly
Regenerated
from
yeah.
the sun.
Are
He
you
was
sure he
almost
died,
withered.
or maybe
He
he
was
went
really-
into
he was
went
withered
shock?
out.
Or,
He was
okay,
withered
yeah.
out. So
You're not wrong.
It was, And then it showed him secretly not dying at the end of the movie with
with the little
the dirt
dirt rising a little bit.
Fucking force field.
I mean, he was still getting hit by the sun rays. So I mean, that
does bring us to a lot of the technical issues that were.
I mean, that's I don't feel like him like him
being
not being decayed.
I mean, maybe those are more like the plot issues that I have with his resurrection, because the big guns that they reference.
Kryptonite.
Yeah, it was what we assumed, kryptonite, but it was actually Lois Lane. So that didn't follow to me, because not necessarily because I thought it should have been kryptonite that was the contingency plan, but because if they were gonna reanimate Superman, why wouldn't they already have Lois there and his mom to like reacclimate him to? I mean, I get that they're like worried that he's just gonna be brainless and start murking people, but
which he did.
Oh yeah.
No, see,
They took
they
on the
attack
whole
him
Justice
first.
League. They took because Cyborg couldn't control himself.
Yeah, right.
Cyborg could tell that he was
right, but that was in a reaction to.
But
I
that was
Aquaman.
the cybernetic part of his auto.
Exactly. That was very Blue Beetle-y.
Right. What I'm saying is have like a containment chamber.
They have a very similar
Lois Lane and Martha.
Why not actually have him there already? Well, they didn't have time to go out and just be like, all right, we need somebody to go grab Lois Lane. Need somebody to go find his mom.
They already had though. That was the contingency plan.
I don't think that was originally. I think it was like after Batman had that talk with Alfred, and like he gained a little bit more compassion for things because he was being a sick
Batman.
butthole.
Whenever I forget who said it, but what if he doesn't? What if he's not happy when he wakes up?
Right.
Yeah.
I've got a plan for that.
Yeah.
Like he knew then he was going to have Lois at the ready, and he should have had it more prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should have just been her there, honestly, I think.
Yeah.
Because
Just
I don't know why he needs like a booting up period anyway.
That's probably
to like regain his consciousness.
And he was dead.
That's probably my least favorite.
He was surrounded by people he had never met. I mean, he only saw Wonder Woman for a little while. Batman didn't show up till like close to the
That's
very
what I'm
end.
saying. Why put him in that situation?
Well, in every other animation movie of the Justice League, it's always showing them duking it out at the very beginning and then joining forces.
That's what I'm saying. It felt like they were using that as a plot device
Yeah.
just to get them to have an altercation when logically
it was
they
kind of like
But that fight,
it was almost like a cop out.
that fight was cool.
But the fight was awesome.
The fight was cool. That moment where Flash is
Yeah,
running
he's
behind him
in
and
there,
Superman,
he's like, "Oh God, no!"
Up
no,
until this
no.
point, nobody's been able to move.
He
in
was
the same,
like- Yeah, he was like super. You could see the face change on him. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna sneak up behind him and push him," and then you just see just that Superman's face just.
yeah.
And then he just flashes like,
Oh, shit.
no, turn around, can't.
Yeah,
Wall.
that was really good. Flash did have a lot of good moments in it.
Oh yeah. He was like, I'm not up for this stuff. Like he's killing people in there. Like I just save somebody. Just save one person.
That was a good
okay.
like mental thing
Yeah.
that he did to him. I thought that was really good like writing and portrayal between like with him because he saves Dr. Stone,
The first person.
Professor Stone, Victor's dad, Cyborg's dad.
Yeah.
He's a scientist.
He was the lead scientist in Star
Maybe
Labs,
Doctor?
apparently.
What is he professing? You have to be like a teacher, like something to be. It's a collegiate teacher.
I don't know what he does then.
He works in the lab. He's a doctor.
Yeah, he's a doctor. Okay, then doctor. Yeah, I was right the first time. Sorry. No,
It's just silly to me.
Huh? No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. No, yeah, he saves that first one, then you actually see him just go, oh yeah, okay, yeah, and then just goes and saves them all.
Yep.
That's good. Batman, yeah. Batfleck redeemed himself very much so in this movie, I think.
Yeah. The scene whenever they all disappear on Gordon.
Yeah.
It was like Flash is like, oh, they just disappeared.
Rude.
Gone.
Yeah. This movie reestablished Batfleck in my mind.
Oh, yeah.
Like because, in Batman versus Superman, I couldn't.
There was no depth to him other than I hate Superman and I'm really pissed off about something and a lot of things.
Yeah, and as you were saying, the character was the victim in that situation because of the writing of that particular movie, and they did a lot to establish him as like not being so like deadpan one singular motivation. Like he shows a little bit of like flexibility in this movie.
I feel like for a Justice League movie, like there's no way you can't do that.
Yeah,
Like because that's one thing I always said if they're gonna do it, that it has to be colorful. It has to be way more colorful, not just with comedy, but just in general.
Yeah.
It cannot be that dark. It cannot be a Nolan
what the
versus
Flash
Justice
will do.
League.
Yeah.
I mean, and Aquaman and Wonder Woman, like they all had their good moments that made you smile, like made you more like into it.
I think Aquaman is the worst character in the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Aquaman
different.
at least.
He was, like you guys said earlier, he was straight eye candy.
Yeah,
But
like
I mean,
the
what
Flash.
DC fan is gonna?
The Flash was funny, and Cyborg surprisingly was probably had the most depth out of the new characters.
Yeah.
Like they really did a good job of humanizing and establishing Cyborg's character.
even with the CGI of him. Like
Yeah, it was a little weak. But
Yeah, I was still
Wasn't-
thoroughly
wasn't
impressed
terrible.
with him. No, it wasn't
Yeah, it
terrible.
wasn't.
A lot of people are saying, especially on Rotten Tomatoes, I've seen that are just like Cyborg's CGI.
It didn't
It might
take
have
me
been
out of
worse.
it.
No.
It did not take me out of
No.
it.
It
It
Watching
might
it.
have been worse in the 3D, and we didn't see that.
That's
so,
That's definitely
Yeah.
possible.
So
It
we
usually
also
is.
like at the end of the movie, it showed him upgrading him.
And it gave him his actual front. Oh yeah.
I feel like it's gonna get even more advanced in the next movie. So
Yeah, they'll probably
we'll probably see a
continue on.
completely different suit than.
I don't know if we'll see a different suit, but I mean, it'll look better.
We might see like
definitely.
an environmental adaptation, like
Yeah.
like snow Batman, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Snow Cyborg.
Now, as far as taking me out of the movie, I can probably count at least a dozen times where the green screen was just horrible.
Yeah, like it's in the trailer. It's Aquaman whenever he goes down through the building, like he's surfing on a parademon.
Yeah, that
and
was kinda
whenever he
weird
comes
looking.
popping out, you see him like flick his hair back. That green screen is just bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
where he's just like gliding down on the
Yeah.
fucking dudes.
No, I mean whenever he's gliding, it doesn't even look as bad. It's whenever he comes down and like
Lands.
the big debris shoots everywhere.
I
Yeah, it
I
was
believe that Shaq is in
much
Machu
CGI.
Picchu more than I believe that.
Which is sad
That's a good
because
one.
the choreography of all these action scenes is really good.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
But-
praise for that.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
there's something about the cinematography, the cameras they were shooting on, or something. It just looks really detached,
Yeah.
like a 30s or 40s film. Like there's people in front of a screen.
Yeah, it's obviously
Right.
in
Wonder
front of a
Woman
green screen.
scenes, oddly enough, are always very convincing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the beginning of the movie for her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Her
That-
fight
oh.
scene with Steppenwolf is also
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Oh yeah. They really
Actually,
showed her being a warrior, and I
As far
love
as
it.
like
Man, it
action
sucks that they
choreography,
really ripped into the Amazons.
yeah,
Like
I was
really ripped into the Amazon family.
I was just gonna say, like, I think maybe like choreography wise, that was probably the strongest action sequences.
You notice how like
comes
he,
up
they,
with.
one?
they did
Oh,
really
yeah.
fuck with
On
Atlantis.
that.
He just
Yeah.
popped in there,
They-
killed
yeah,
like 3
they probably
guys,
should've,
and
actually.
left.
Mm.
And in addition to that, pretty much any fucking scene with Steppenwolf, I swear to God, it looked. I said it to fucking Ricky. It looked like goddamn Gear or God of War. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
Straight up.
Whoa. Yeah, it was pretty.
like I know that it's hard to get humanoid but not quite, but as horrible as a movie as it was, what the fuck was Oscar Isaac's character in the last X-Men movie? I can't remember the fucking big blue dude that he played.
Oh, Apocalypse.
Yeah, Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Ivan
looked-
Ooze.
Yeah, Ivan.
Ivan
that
is.
looked more convincing than fucking Steppenwolf. Like that was just.
I still really enjoyed Steppenwolf.
Yeah,
I
liked him as a
enjoyed
character.
the character and like I said before, like
I feel like the CGI
the action
in Steppenwolf
scenes
was
were definitely
was worse
more-
than the
more
cyborg,
scale.
cyborg
Well,
shit.
I mean,
yeah, the CGI just looked
off. Yeah,
yeah.
it was off, especially just his face. Like majority his face. If they had done something better with that,
Did they have
it still
like
didn't
somebody
take
in
me
a
out of the movie,
suit
though,
for
right?
him, or
I bet it was like facial tracking and somebody in a
probably
suit.
but it wasn't that great, the facial tracking.
probably.
Yeah, he's also got a ton of shit going on with his
Yeah.
head, so it was
Oh, yeah.
probably difficult to
That
get
big old
that
helmet.
comfortable or like get a lot
Well,
of
he
points
didn't
of
even
articulation in his
he
face.
wouldn't really be wearing a helmet. You just have all the little face dots on his face.
Yeah,
For-
mocap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What I'm saying though is that like it's hard to that
Oh,
takes
yeah.
away a lot of your like your eyebrows and
Mm-hmm.
your cheek, all that stuff that like lets people know what your face is doing. So
He didn't have very much emotion. It was more of like,
Oh, he did.
I'm trying to redeem myself and like cry baby the entire time, and then
Well,
you
yeah.
get to see this fear at the very end.
right.
So there wasn't too much an emotion into him.
I'll
There
say
was.
crybaby,
I feel like
mean.
there wasn't a lot of. There obviously wasn't a lot of humanity to him, but that was essential
well,
because he's
yeah.
not human. You know?
Right.
They portrayed the chaotic and desperate nature that he possesses pretty well. Yeah, it felt like this was like an absolute compulsion for him to reestablish himself as the destroyer of worlds. So, like he just wasn't up to the task. You know,
Yeah.
he couldn't take down Earth.
Which he failed to do before.
Yeah,
So, what, 1,000 years?
5,000 years.
5,000 years
Yeah,
since the last
so they-
time he
yeah.
tried?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we got the new gods.
There was a lot of that theme,
Justice
like
League
not
new
being able
gods.
to get over a tragedy in this movie. Now that I think about it, because Wonder Woman has that going on. Batman's
Which part does Wonder Woman have going on?
She's lost-
She's morose over the death of the pilot.
Trevor?
Yeah.
And she just lost some of her sisters.
Right.
I mean, I don't think she really.
And did her mother die in this?
No, Hippolyta didn't die.
Okay.
No, that makes me question like if she's gonna go back to her home island
I feel like there probably will be a cause for
she's
it.
not allowed to,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but I mean,
but she does. After some
Yeah.
point, even in the comics,
Yeah.
she does.
what I'm saying is there's an overarching theme with every one of the characters where they're overcoming some like tragedy either in their immediate past or far back in the past, depending on how immortal they are.
Yeah.
I wonder if she's gonna fight her, like, Justice League is gonna go fight her dad. Like they've done before in the animation series.
Yeah.
Who's
like
dad?
the Wonder Woman's dad?
Ares?
Yeah.
Is Ares her dad? No, Zeus
No,
is her
Zeus,
dad.
yeah.
Is
Well,
it Zeus?
Yeah.
I thought it was...
Well, Zeus struck down on
She's
on
a
Clay.
creation. Yeah.
Zeus struck. I think it was lightning down on Clay, and that Clay molded out and turned into a baby.
Right.
Well, that baby was the Clay was already made into a baby, but
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So who... so would that be like her
I don't think she.
stepfather?
I don't.
Because her mother and
That'd be her uncle or
Ares
something.
had the thing for a while. And then, like, she locked him away. Damned
Yes.
him away or whatever.
Ares is also Zeus's son.
I thought it was his brother.
Mm-mm.
No, like, because he was the god of the underworld.
It's Greek. It could be both.
Ares is the god of war.
He wasn't the god of war. No, was he?
Yeah, he's the
Okay.
god of war.
Yeah.
Mars, Ares.
That's why he shoots out all the different weapons and whatnot. That's kind of his shtick.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So Wonder Woman is grieving her lost love's death.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
And Cyborg's
Cyborg's
grieving.
his
Losing about
and his mother.
90% of his body.
Yeah.
Must be emo.
even his dad is doing the same thing with
Oh,
the
yeah.
loss of his mother. Like there's
And his son.
there's there's this this theme of like having a stilted grieving process.
Yeah.
Batman's grieving his lost chance to have a good standalone movie before this.
I was gonna say he's just missing on Superman, which would be the next thing I'd want to talk about. Batman's boner for Superman.
Super boner.
Senpai, notice me.
Super boner.
Yeah,
Do you bleed? Yes, senpai.
man,
yes.
that was
If you want me to.
that was one of my favorite. Man, the first like full sentence that he says is to Batman. It's just, "I know you."
Yeah.
Grab.
Do you bleed? Batman.
His thing falls over. I think I am bleeding.
Yeah,
somewhere.
Batman's totally not even mad. He's like, "Oh, yeah, think I'm definitely bleeding somewhere."
Get a loose sphincter now.
And whenever Superman actually shows up to the fight with Steppenwolf, it does a good like
Yeah.
second clip of you just see him
We
going,
see Batman's reaction.
"Yeah, you came,
Oh, he came for us.
save the day, Superman. I'm only human."
Right. I'd like to issue a challenge to our viewers to create a good power couple name for Batman and Superman
yeah.
because we can't seem to.
Satman,
Booperman.
yeah, Booperman.
Maybe go with their alter ego names.
Ooh, Bruce Kent or
Clues.
I was gonna say Clues.
Blark.
Brark.
Clues Kane. Clues Kane the super bad.
Clues
No,
Kane.
we'll leave that up to you.
Clues
Whatever.
Kane the super bad. If you're listening, DC, there's you another universe.
God, we've ruined DC.
Oh, he took care of that for me.
Whoa.
They're treading water still.
They did. I think this movie was just a huge upscale higher than any of the past ones that have been in this universe.
It definitely.
It wasn't better than Wonder Woman.
It wasn't.
Okay, yeah, you're
Wonder
right.
Woman's got the best right now.
Yeah, Wonder Woman takes the cake.
I hope that
I feel like
they do
Shazam's
more
gonna
with
be really
Aquaman
cheesy
in
with
his
The Rock.
standalone movie than they
Yeah.
did here.
It's gonna be good. It's got Willem
it's gonna
Dafoe
be-
in it.
That's cool.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe plays like his best friend and like advisor or something.
I thought you were gonna say he played the villain.
So
No,
is this
I
gonna
was
be?
say
So
Willem
this is gonna be in
Dafoe,
Origins, right? Or is this
but
gonna be
that
after?
didn't work out at all. So
What?
Do you know-
I think it's gonna be after. Sorry, Nolan just.
it's really upset you with that.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
It's Willem Dafoe. But he's already been in a bad guy.
Defoe, yeah, and
Yeah.
Green Goblin.
Yeah, in Green Goblin. Yeah, love that movie.
Yeah, the Green Goblin, the resurgence.
Mm.
Let's just keep James
Yeah.
Franco out of DC.
Man, I wonder if they're ever gonna mention in the credits whenever they did the race thing. I wonder if they're actually ever gonna say who won. Maybe the next movie starts out with them going to brunch.
Maybe. Although
It's always been really close with them too.
yeah,
I'm pretty sure Flash
every time they race, they get
is
interrupted or some
faster.
shit. Like,
Pretty sure. Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes.
Isn't-
yeah.
I think that might set it in for the Flashpoint because whenever they race, he trips through time.
Does that happen?
It's possible.
Anyway, yeah,
that
that'd be
could
neat.
be what sets that off. Yeah.
Goes like just no, he slips through to an alternate universe.
And that's what creates the Legion of Doom.
Well, I mean, honestly,
That was a
really,
great part of it.
I would enjoy that being like a Civil War type standalone movie.
I mean, it's going to
Like
be.
he slips back in time, and then like he goes to save his mom from being killed,
Mhm.
and in doing that, that's the Flashpoint. It's like
Well, apparently it's
the
going to
Flash.
tie in with
the Flash : Flashpoint just doesn't.
yeah.
The
It's
Flash
going to tie in
col-
with the Batman vs
parentheses
Superman because
point.
he pops in Batman vs Superman. It's like, hey, crap! I went back too far. You got to get us together.
So that
and
doesn't-
then he disappears.
Yeah,
And
that
then
means
Batman
that
wakes
it's
up.
probably not too far off then. Save Lois. I mean, do you think that still
Lois
means
is the
anything?
key.
What? What happened?
When? It's not me.
What did we
Yeah,
miss?
it's just like dying over here.
That was funny.
You had some kind of weird connection.
What was
going
funny?
on?
What happened? I'm guessing I said something stupid. Because you both are looking over at me and laughing.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me, but
Save Lois. Save the world.
Oh, did you say save the world? Okay,
Another Tarzan moment.
that's what he says. That's
Right.
what he says to Batman in his pseudo dream.
Yeah. Lois was the key. But crap, I went
Man.
back too far.
Could you imagine just having that happen to you? Like you're sitting in front of your computer, and out of nowhere, a giant electrical wormhole opens up in front of you, and someone's screaming at you to save somebody you don't know.
Technically, he
I'd
does
be
at
like,
that
finally.
point.
I didn't. He didn't even know who Superman is at that point.
He does.
I didn't.
Speaking of giant electrical wormholes, we're pushing on 30 minutes.
pushing on it, pushing up on it.
Pushing up on it. Last scene in it. What is it? Whenever they show Lex Luthor
And
and Deathstroke.
oh yeah.
Oh man.
So that's who that was. That was supposed to be in the prison. That was supposed to be Deathstroke in the prison.
No.
No, it's
That's supposed to be Lex Luthor. They were trying to get Luthor
Oh,
out.
that was
Yeah,
Lex.
he
Oh,
I
okay.
said, I was like, I hope it's not Lex Luthor. Hope it's not Lex Luthor. Totally wasn't. Not for the same reason that, or I hope it's not Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah,
Totally wasn't.
definitely was.
For a completely different reason, but I really hope he does better as well. I hope he redeems himself.
I feel like he's pretty married to his interpretation of.
He was
Lex.
he had much more of a
He was a lot more subtle.
he had more like bass in his voice this next time. Not much more, but
More.
more.
Yeah.
More. He talked slower, wasn't that
I'll be really
Jesse
impressed to
Eisenberg,
see-
Lex Luthor Jr.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll be really impressed to see a full character development. Like you get to see him being in a younger age of Lex Luthor, and then growing
Yeah.
up to be into this very almost prestigious, and like he's now like learning what he can do and what he can't do.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if they're ever gonna put him in the Lex Luthor kryptonite suit.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
to see that.
that would be super cool.
Oh yeah.
There's so many cool things that I'm really hoping happen in this, and this movie itself put them
His version
put them
of
on a
the
good
Hulkbuster.
track.
Yeah.
They put them on a good track. Like now they have a whole bunch of at least a bit established characters that they're going to be able to jump into.
Wait, who was playing Deathstroke?
I don't know. Some guy. He looked like the guy that was.
Yeah, it really. He
It looked
really
like a
was
guy
Definitely
that-
looks like a guy.
God damn it. He looked like unfortunately, he looked like the guy that was in the Marvel movie in a Captain America movie. I can't remember. He was in
Captain America.
He was in Civil War in the very beginning. He's the guy that like tells Bucky or not. He tells Captain America like Bucky says hi or something like that. I can't remember what he says to him. It's right before he throws a grenade, or like he like opens up or unpins a grenade, and Scarlet Witch stops it. Deathstroke looks just like that guy, and I have no idea who he is.
Well, he can't be in Marvel and DC, so.
I mean, he's dead now, so he can.
Did they establish the incest with those characters?
Which ones?
What do you mean? Scarlet Witch and
Which one of the 6 new Justice League members and all of them? Which one's your favorite?
definitely Green Lantern.
I can probably do them from favorite to least favorite. Let's see.
I don't want to hear this.
Wonder Woman,
Yeah.
Flash, Cyborg, Batman, Aquaman, Superman.
Yep.
You the same?
I would flip Superman and Aquaman.
I'd say
It's a hard call.
Flash, Cyborg, then Wonder Woman.
In favorite?
The Wonder Woman, yes, is the top 3. And
Yeah.
then Batman, Aquaman, and then Superman.
No, I might agree with Nolan. It's a hard choice between Superman just being
Dumb.
dumb and two-dimensional,
Tarzan.
and Aquaman just having no character whatsoever.
Right.
No.
Sort of being
Just-
like rock and roll, drinking whiskey,
Yeah.
hitting on bitches,
Yeah.
having long ass hair.
No. But think
Look at all these fucking tattoos. Look how ripped I am.
Biggest-
fucking what?
my biggest thing about Aquaman that upset me, honestly, biggest thing. It wasn't even his the things that he said, anything like that, or the eye candy that he was just supposed to be. It's the fact that he took that bottle of liquor, said it was on him,
He broke
just chug it, and threw it on the ground
He
in
littered-
the ocean.
littered in his own ocean.
Yeah, just does not give a shit. But then again, he, how much time does he spend in the ocean? Really, we don't know
The
much
only
about
time
this
you see him in the
Aquaman.
ocean is like
When he's swimming.
he's going
His
off the
name was
dock.
Aquaman.
No, I mean his story. Like does he spend
Like,
more
yeah,
time?
fuck it.
Does he spend more? No. Does he spend more time on land? Does he spend more time on water?
Well,
I guess
Does
according
he
to the
give as
movie,
much shit about the ocean, really? Other than the fact,
We're in 2017 where the fucking oceans are being destroyed and Aquaman just doesn't
Give a shit. Yeah. Aquaman's like, fuck that. I'm here to party.
he's like a fresh middle schooler. He's like, oh yeah, I'm finally in middle school. I'm a 6th grader. I'm gonna smoke pot.
Yeah, sure, I can live underwater, but
Yes.
I thrive in whiskey, baby.
just gonna get to see him in like an underwater apartment out like in the deep ocean, just like drinking booze, like taking a hit of the meth pipe, and
I feel like this Aquaman doesn't fucking believe in climate change.
Yeah.
He don't care.
Fucking
he said,
nerds.
He's like, oh, the oceans are gonna get high. Cool.
Oh, the icebergs are melting. More water for me.
I think you're the only one who hasn't said your list yet.
yeah.
What do you?
Uh,
I'm gonna go with you're wrong.
I'm gonna go with what you said earlier. It's an opinion, and
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
Right.
It's just
Everything
your
we're saying
opinion.
is an opinion, but Aaron is wrong. So, with that in mind,
Just know that Aaron has fake news for you guys here in a second.
Now I know my choice. My pick is probably the best pick out of all the picks. You can ask all my friends; they'll all tell you.
Said the arrogant.
Aaron, go on with your misinterpretation.
God, it's so probably Cyborg,
Right.
Superman.
Wrong.
I'm just glad you didn't number one him
Yeah.
like
same.
Batman did.
Batman. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wait. Cyborg, Superman, Batman, Flash. Then who are the last two? Who did I just miss? Wait, Wonder Woman should be in there. Yeah, Wonder Woman should be higher, but I'm gonna put her under Flash.
I think, yeah.
And then with Aquaman.
He was at one point. I mean, she was. At one
No,
point.
she was under him,
Right. That's how sentences work.
and he got up real quick. Double entendre. Anyway, yeah, no, Aquaman would definitely be my least favorite out of all of it, which is so shitty because I had the most hope out of him. Out of all of them, he was the one that I was hoping to get the best story for.
I feel like he was probably the best cast.
Oh yeah, if that's what they were going for, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't doing anything else. He just died in Game of Thrones. He was like, all right, cool, I'll be an Aquaman.
Right. I mean, he's in a Netflix series called The Frontier.
I think he's been in a lot of stuff.
He's been in quite a bit.
I mean, he was Conan the Barbarian in the remake as well.
Yeah. He should have been.
Cool.
He should have been one of the stronger characters, but they just didn't do anything to flesh him out because.
I mean, they gave him
He did
that.
a
They
little
gave him
bit,
that
but
little.
he didn't get his moment until the very end.
Yeah.
Whenever they were killing him.
They have some nice like.
They show that he's strong. They show that he can be
Right.
like. They show that he's more than just
they
what
establish
everybody
his powers
thinks of
well.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There, you get the obligatory like mist coming up on him, like on a
Yeah.
like shipwreck. You get that
It's like-
nice scene. You get him stopping a wall of water, which very Aquaman. Very
Right.
cool.
What's the whenever anybody thinks of Aquaman, first thing you think of is he can talk to fish. Which
And
they
he's like-
kind of made a play on with
Yeah.
with how Bruce Wayne just kept on coming up to him and just be like, "So can you really talk to fish?"
He's like,
And
no,
I get him being
ocean.
annoyed at that, but his answer to it is very weird.
yeah.
It's like the water does the talking. Well, motherfucker, who's putting the message there? Because
It's
the
deep,
water
man.
isn't saying shit.
Dude,
I promise you.
Man, in his water apartment, he also likes to light up some sage whenever he's in a bad mood and stuff.
Right. He's
Underwater.
Dude, SpongeBob can do it. Why can't Aquaman?
Be a SpongeBob's a cartoon.
Ooh.
I rest my case.
I'm not sure you're not a cartoon.
Well,
right now.
SpongeBob isn't really based off a comic series, so
People can still like fire underwater, probably, in a comic.
depends
We're
on-
derailing.
Yeah.
We're derailing pretty
Okay.
hard.
Anyways, personal ratings for the movie, guys.
All right,
Okay.
let's break this
yeah.
down a little bit.
Give some criteria.
Story. How does everybody rate the movie?
I give it 7. I felt like
Yeah, good 7.
I'm pretty
Same.
biased, so I'm probably gonna give it like an 8.5.
I'm gonna go with 6.
Damn.
I feel like it was pretty. It was
I
pretty
thought it was
cookie cutter.
I thought it was a great Justice League coming together story.
The 3 to 4 subtle flashes of and angles of Wonder Woman's ass is just what saved this movie.
Those are the best story elements.
Yes. Great plot development.
I mean,
After 2 movies of brooding, gritty, why should I save the world if it's not Lois or Martha, Superman? I really didn't appreciate wasting 15 minutes of that Superman when there's so much more to this movie. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't give him a lot of time as well. They made him into like such a
They
cheesy
gave-
thing. Whenever there were so many other characters that were fleshed out more, they knew they didn't need to flesh out Superman.
But
There was time there that.
but
Superman,
that time could have been spent on those other characters
Yeah.
and could have fleshed them out more. We did not get enough with. I mean, I don't think anybody's really established that well besides Wonder Woman. I don't think anybody in this universe.
Flash, you don't think Flash was established?
Flash is such an unserious character at this point.
wouldn't even-
like he's got
Yeah.
his motivations. Well, once you establish those, really what you need from him is just endearing character moments where
Yeah.
he's doing something funny or something relatable.
Yeah, I mean they show the whole him and his father thing,
Yeah.
and then like the especially,
and that's the emotional tone of his
Yeah.
character.
and then
but-
in the end he actually like gets the job. Like they give him development for his own story that's going to be coming up,
Right.
and not only that, they make you feel for him. They give you very personal, not only just funny, but they're like personal moments of actually just seeing him, like whenever he's running.
I think that kind of character is easier to do convincing quickly.
Yeah.
Than
A
like,
funnier
Aquaman.
character?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Because
I agree completely.
If somebody can tell a joke, you kind of like get a portion of who they are.
Yeah.
More so than if somebody's just like brooding in a corner. You kind of there's some layers of separation between that sort of like darkness that need to be understood better to seem like rational or reasonable. And so that's why it feels weak when Aquaman is given like
that one
Su-
tidbit
yeah,
of moment.
just-
We got one moment in
personality.
it.
yeah, just kind of like a he's kind of like a
Not really.
he's such a
written.
trope at this
He's
point.
very
Yeah.
Thory.
Yeah. He's very much the Thor of this group.
Yes.
But weaker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We've
Yeah.
already kind of discussed a
Depending.
little bit, but let's put a number on characters. How do we
On like
like
what do you,
like the characters in the movie? Like, how well they portrayed who they're supposed to be, how well they worked on screen.
I mean, together as a cast, I thought that they worked together very well.
Yeah,
Wonder Woman's character was a perfect 10 out of 10.
Yeah, this
I'd
is
say.
probably one of the spottier pods.
Flash would have to give a 7.
for him.
Cyborg I'd also have to give it another 10 too, because great character development just in one movie. Just
Yeah.
let's see, Batman again. I'm gonna out of 10. I have to give his a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because like it was like all up Superman's asshole.
That's not
Superman. I would have to give probably a 2 or 3.
I liked
10, just
Super-
because there was no.
I'm happy that they didn't give
was
Superman
all
more than
too
that.
thin.
Honestly, I'm really happy that they didn't give Superman more than that.
Yeah,
I'm really happy that he was kind of made out to be more of a 2D character in this. Whenever they were trying to establish the universe even better than they had before. What was I about to say? Batman? I definitely rate. Batman had much more than that in it. Like he's still trying to overcome that same broody thing, that same broodiness that he has.
Same Brady thing.
That has still not been established.
It's
why Batman is like that in this universe.
I mean, it's given a lot of different hints at it, especially with Batman versus Superman. But I feel like they're gonna wait till he actually does get his solo film to start to dive into that. Giving it a good weight and actually seeing him overcoming, getting the more Batman-y, lighthearted Bruce Wayne than this.
Well, how many solo films has this franchise already given Superman? Like technically 3 now.
1,
2.
2. Oh, Batman
3?
versus Superman.
There was Batman. There was Superman, and then like
The Man of
Steel, and then there was Superman.
What?
There was another Superman.
There's
Batman versus
Steel
Superman and Man of
the-
Steel.
was
Okay,
the
yeah.
first movie in this franchise.
Yeah.
Superman Returns has nothing to do with this. It's related to the original Reeves movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a very inconsistent movie, and that's why it's hard to rate the characters.
Yeah.
There are a few parts in this criteria that are very different throughout the movie. It's just inconsistent quality-wise throughout.
Are you
But there-
talking about
there
like
are
the
some
visual
high-
quality?
No, I mean just like in general with a lot of different portions of the movie itself.
Yeah.
Like quality-wise, as it goes, they change a lot.
Which I think leads into acting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say the best acting would probably be again. I'm gonna give it to Cyborg on this.
I was
one
about to
for
say
best
Cyborg,
acting.
the guy that plays him. Yeah, he's a Broadway or like he's a theater actor. This is the first thing he's ever done on screen,
Well,
or that's at least shown.
Occasionally, very rarely in comic book movies, you get that actor that just physically and in their portrayal of the character perfectly captures what that character is supposed to be. You have it with Hugh Jackman in Wolverine,
Yeah.
and Robert Downey Jr.
As
with
Iron
Tony
Man.
with Tony Stark, Iron Man, and I think that Gal Gadot is
Perfect
that
Wonder Woman.
is Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Like absolutely.
Now that we're seeing a lighter spot, since this movie's done, I feel like Cyborg is also going to be on that same level, because the guy that plays him looks just like Cyborg in the comics.
Oh yeah.
And through this he was very sad. He was very broody. He had his thing to overcome.
Yeah.
Like that grievance.
Yeah.
And now, as it did in the very end, which I love, booyah.
Yeah.
yeah,
I have
that
to
was a
say-
nice nod to the fans.
Right.
That was some good
Oh, yeah.
answer.
And I feel like you're gonna see, and then the last thing you see of his suit changing, I feel like that's all and you see him smiling about it. That's like one of the first times you see him smile in the movie.
It's
First
very-
good time he has
very-
is like, man, my toes hurt. It doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I think again acting. This was pretty varied. Batman did a lot to redeem himself. Batfleck
Yes.
was a
Oh
lot.
yeah.
Oh yeah. I
And,
feel like Flash did really well. It was a really good Flash job. Good Flash job.
There's a moment at the end where Superman and Batman are talking. Superman's thanking Batman. Batman says essentially how I felt about his performance, which is I was just
undoing a
But
mistake.
trying to fix it. Yeah.
just undoing a mistake, and that's essentially what Batfleck was.
That was
in
a
Batman
nod.
versus Superman,
That was a nod to all the fans and haters of the last movie.
He's like, we hear you.
which I
We're
enjoyed.
still
Batman
fucking shit
versus
up.
Superman. I just didn't think it was like a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
Right.
yeah, same. I enjoyed Batman vs Superman.
It's
I've come to
still dog
terms.
trash.
It's
Wasn't the worst DC movie, but
It's absolutely the worst. DC
yeah,
movie.
yeah, it is the worst DC
What about
movie,
the,
live action movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever it's
the
shown,
older Batman movies with
Still worse.
are you talking about what, like Michael Keaton? You talking about Bat Nipples, Batman Forever?
Batman Forever and
Bat nipples.
Batman Robin. It's still worse.
I don't know.
They
like,
were
worse
they
in a
were
very
trying they
different
were
way.
definitely trying to portray a more like a dark, but at the same time
the older they're
same
portraying the
time
older Batman.
Adam West style Batman all at the same time
Yeah.
with it.
Oh, that
Not
that
really.
reminds me. Who also fucking appreciated that fucking Tim Burton as hell establishing shot when we first saw Batman?
Yeah.
The
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
He's
yeah.
just sitting there.
That whole scene was super Batman. It
Yeah.
opens on a really
Oh, yeah.
strong Batman note.
That was straight.
And they used the 1989 theme.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
did.
Danny
Yeah.
Elfman.
Yeah, the fact, I really liked what they did with him, like where he like hung the guy down.
Yeah.
And at
Using
first you
his
thought
bait.
he's about to interrogate him, but he's actually like goading a parademon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's one thing they've done. Batman being Batman very well
Oh,
in
yeah.
this movie,
Yeah.
or in these movies. Like whether it just be combat or that kind of thing right there. Oh yeah,
Also, him just being like Flash asking like, "What's your power again?" He's like, "I'm just rich.
yeah.
As the dead Kryptonian.
I carry the debt of I pay all the bills for the Justice League."
Yeah.
Just wait. I'm thinking about a giant thing in space that all of us can live on, and
That nobody will man.
Yeah, it's like
Martian
John
Manhunter
Jones.
mans it.
Yeah, John Jones mans the hell out of that thing.
Right.
but him and a lot of other people
I was getting at the fact that
The Teen Titans go
they
up there
don't have
sometimes
Martian
too.
Manhunter.
They hang out there.
hang out, just come, sip a
Vision-
couple brewskis while the parents are away.
Pretty much.
Visual effects.
No parties, kids. Kid Flash is
Depends
like,
on
"Oh,
the scene.
Yeah, again.
Overall.
I'm going to say 5.
5. Yeah, I was also thinking 5.
Overall,
Yeah.
the whole movie.
Yeah. In
Out of
general,
10,
Out of 10.
I'd still give it a 6.5 or 7.
Okay.
Yeah,
6.75.
There are times when it just
I like
works
it.
like perfectly.
Yes.
But there
Yeah.
are also times where it's
not even just
shoddy as
not even
fuck.
not even just that it's obvious, just that it looks bad.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it fits well at all. Those are the only kind of things that would pull me out of it.
And a lot of times it's a composition error
Yeah.
more than it is the actual effect.
Yeah.
Because there are times when like sizes don't even match up, or just like the physical rules that the world seems to be occupying change drastically just
Yeah.
based on the way that they're composing, the way debris is falling and stuff like that. Just little minute things just sort of like over time sort of wear away, like destroy your suspension of disbelief.
Yeah. And the last one that I'll gripe about would be the pacing.
I feel that.
It started off really slow with gathering everybody,
And then I felt like
and then it just everybody was there besides Superman, and then like they resurrected Superman, and it was like, all right, fight.
that's
yeah,
another wasted
that-
45 minutes. And then it's like get to the end, it's like, oh shit, we've got 30 minutes and we've got to wrap this thing up and have our big battle. Like it
Right.
felt really really slow, then really rushed towards the end.
Yeah.
I
can't
feel like
wait-
the second act was the strongest.
Yes. Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
that's when all the action is happening and the main conflicts come to light. But
That's the way it
Something I do
goes.
want to see for the future Justice League movies: Batman leaving the Justice League.
What do you mean? Like quitting?
Yeah, because in some of the most of the comics and some of the animated series, they depictate them discovering Batman's files on everybody.
all his contingency plans.
And they're like, "This isn't cool." Everybody's like, "This is wrong. Like, why would you ever do this? Like, this is like, well, what's stop us?
It's
Like,
just,
who's gonna stop
Do you
us?"
know me?
Now-
Have you met me?
Now, in terms
really.
in terms of the pacing, though, I don't know how this movie, with 6 goddamn protagonists, was able to fucking have a more coherent plot structure and act structure than Batman vs Superman did,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
with no fucking protagonist.
Yeah.
Like, it actually meant like, okay, like there's actually like start and stop moments in this movie, and it has a rhythm and everything. So I will give it that, even if it did kind of feel like it was running off the rails towards the end, kind of like, oh shit, we need to get this shit done.
Yeah.
To its credit, this movie did a lot to establish sequels. Like,
Yes.
pretty
Yeah.
well.
Oh yeah,
Very
a lot of standalone films.
Two
It was,
different
it was
sequels.
going to do that regardless, but it was
They did a good job.
it was
at
coherent. It made
Oh, yeah.
sense. There were some like
Hinting
some logic
this
problems.
and this. These two in
Yeah.
particular, these two ending credits. the and the Superman, whatever.
Right. They give more of a broad sense to the universe that they're existing in. They're establishing characters,
Oh, yeah.
however, like poorly at times, but very well in other senses.
Yeah.
It's just I came away optimistic.
Yeah.
And that
Same.
wasn't the case for Batman vs.
Oh, no.
Superman.
Yeah.
So
I'm probably going to be betting on for the next movie either being. I'm hoping they save this.
Oh, I mean, yeah, they'll probably
They-
say, yeah, they'll say.
Hoping they save this for at least another 2 movies.
I was about to say, I hope
But
they save
I
it.
want to
past
see either
Darkseid.
the Flashpoint or Darkseid in the next 2 movies.
I mean, no, Darkseid's the next phase in it. It's got to be the next phase in it.
I kind of feel like
I
they,
feel
would,
like they're
they
gonna-
would wait that out a little bit.
I really hope they would, because that's a giant.
yeah, it's a whole
That's a whole
nebulous
shebang. There's a
conflict.
whole bunch of other heroes that they'd
Yeah.
probably want to introduce beforehand. There's a lot of giant comics like Justice League comics
they
where it
don't
involves all of them
introduce-
that they need to wait on just because they're not their universe is not big enough yet.
Yeah.
I want to see some of the new gods. And
Yeah, oh yeah. No, we're going to.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're definitely
Orion.
going to.
We need to see Orion.
I was literally about to say, Darkseid's son. Oh yeah, he'll become a part of it.
Right.
I really hope.
Big
I
Bertha.
really, actually, really hope that we get to an unlimited Justice League Unlimited
Bad Barda.
size universe,
With Hot Girl and
like with fucking. I mean, not Hawk and Dove, but
well, Dove dies, ends up dying,
Yeah.
and then it just becomes
Spoiler
Hawk Girl.
alert.
whoa, man, there was something
In the series,
was
he doesn't even live long in the series, especially in the Flash and the Green Arrow series on Netflix.
I was talking about like actual comics. They stay around together for a long time. But
Yeah.
was it you that brought it up to me of them taking the CW universe and the cinematic universe and having a crisis event happen? Was it you?
Yeah, we talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah, that. I'd still
That
be
would be something.
I'd be super intrigued to see something like that happen.
It's really like the only thing you can do from here to really scale up and
Yeah.
not just
Be the same.
not just the Justice League but bigger, but really go beyond here. And it's one-upping Marvel in a huge fucking
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. I don't know if
No, I
DC
mean,
has the balls to do
they,
something
they
like
had
that.
Thor.
though. I
Thor
feel
came out around the same time as Justice League, and a lot of people have been like loving Thor
Oh yeah,
just because it's Thor and Hulk together, and
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that's also an already fully established universe.
yeah, they're ahead by like three
Years.
threefold. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think DC has been able to compete with Marvel.
No,
up to
they're
this point.
they're beginning to have
Yeah.
they're
Now-
beginning
now-
to get a stride.
Yeah, that's
in
what I like
they're
about this
doing.
I want to
is
see a
that
big
they've
shift
given
from the Marvel
themselves-
movies to, because I feel like the there's gonna be 3 parts for the Infinity War.
Is it
For
3?
real?
Yeah,
it was
there's 3.
2.
No, I thought there was 3.
I thought there were only 2.
I'm pretty sure it's 2.
Yeah.
Fucking 2 is actually kind of a lot to me.
That's I mean, because the movie's gonna be fucking long.
Yeah, for sure.
So long.
6 to 7 hours worth of movie at least.
Can't be Lord of the Rings.
Just of 2
They're not
movies.
paying us to talk about fucking Marvel right
It's
now.
true. It's true. So fuck Marvel, DC all the way.
all the
Unless
way.
it's
Say
X Men.
that.
Unless it's X Men, because I like X Men.
Just the big JL still holds up on top for me, man. But yeah, I really hope that they extend the universe far, because that's what they're all. They have so many.
Well,
There's so many heroes.
they hinted room for more.
Oh yeah.
So, like,
There'll be more. And if Lex Luthor is going to start making a Legion of Doom, then they're definitely. I hope that gets lifted up too, because their Rogues Gallery just in general is incredible. And there's a whole bunch of really good stories to tell. Bringing Constantine into the actual live action would be really cool.
yeah.
Do you think they? I don't think they'll. touch
Doctor
on that.
Fate as
Why?
well. I want to see Doctor
It's just
Fate.
too. I don't know. It's too religious. Do you feel like
Not entirely. It's not just religious. I mean, there's a lot of magic, a lot of spells, and like.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. That's almost
It
like.
doesn't feel like on the same scale.
Yeah.
Have you seen
it's
Have you
just-
seen Justice League Dark?
No, I'm saying for the movie universe.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be. I like to see when they like do inner
Yeah.
like series.
He doesn't
Stuff like that,
go
but
as
I
like
wouldn't-
whole like I don't think it's as like fully like religious scaled as it is like in the Keanu Reeves movie.
It's the overlying concept is that there is a like Christian God in Constantine.
Yeah.
And that there is like a devil and those planes exist.
They do exist. They exist in. I mean,
But not okay. It's not. If they do exist in the DC universe of the movies,
Jesus is gonna be a new
Then
part
it's
of
not
the
explicit.
new Justice League.
yeah, and they're also doing the messianic myth with Superman already. So, like it just feels like it's muddying the waters for them to involve Constantine at this point.
I mean, if they
Yeah.
show. I mean, if they
Angles.
show other. I mean, that's not.
I'd like
that,
to see a new Constantine movie.
that doesn't even have to be
like.
like established at all. If they show Constantine, like
If they
he
do-
does,
He does,
there's
though,
so
'cause
much
that's where-
more that he does. That he does.
But that's where he gains like that's.
All right. Well, so
There's a cross in his.
everybody's
like, name.
final number on the movie, since Constantine had nothing to do with
It's
it.
a team.
Final numbers in the movie. I thought we already did this
No, like
together.
Tally. What would you say?
Me starting.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
set
you.
set the high bar.
9.
Oof. All right.
I give it a solid 9. Then again, I'm Justice League. I had a huge boner at the end of that movie.
Like Batman.
It was great.
Like
Oh
Batman.
yeah, but instead of it being just for Superman, it was the whole Justice League. I loved seeing that come together.
Oh yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah. Fuck you, Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh yeah, no, fuck Rotten Tomatoes. You guys suck. You guys are mushy, moldy tomatoes.
I'm still gonna give it like a 7 or 8.
Yeah, entirely wrong.
I'm gonna give it like 6.43758.
Repeated.
Repeating.
Repeating. Which I think honestly I might be being a little generous, but I did really enjoy that. Honestly, it was super entertaining, regardless of it being having like its general like movie flaws.
Definitely a redemption.
Like the cinemaphile in me wants to judge it on certain criteria, and the comic book lover in me wants to judge it on certain criteria, and so
You can't.
It's hard
And
to-
I'm
it's-
going to, which is why I say 5.6.
So better than I thought you'd give it.
we're still all above 5. This is a generally positive review, I would say.
I'm
Go
fine.
see the movie. It's lit.
Yeah, go see it.
Yeah, definitely go see it in theaters. Even with the change in like green screen quality and the different things that they do, it's just they're so cohesive together.
The cringy flash scenes are really worth it.
Yeah,
They're pretty good.
I don't even think they were cringy. Just the stupid funny.
He's on the spectrum.
Oh,
That was the
denied.
comedy of it. Was cringy.
I didn't feel like I didn't feel like he was at
awkward
cringy
20-year-old
level with me. Awkward,
was
yes. Awkward, yes. I wouldn't say
superhero.
cringy. He wasn't at cringy level. Cringiest thing that I could see
Them-
that happened
him
was him
trying to,
blaming
like-
Superman
Wonder
had all
Woman.
the cringe in this one.
Superman.
I still liked the super cool law loving Superman. It was good. He's like he's starting to hit the Superman that we all know he is.
I feel like they don't know what to do with him now, though.
Yeah.
You're gonna break him.
Nah.
I want to see him snap.
Oh.
I'm not a goddamn again.
No.
We've started. That's the problem. We started Batman and Superman as both just like
We haven't really
brooding-
seen him snap like we have seen
brooding
him in the animations.
but
I mean, in Batman vs Superman, they hinted at it, and that's what they were trying to prevent. And since he is back on the good side here, I really believe that it's prevented. Hope it's prevented. I hope they don't go to that.
Yeah.
Pretty sure they won't. Pretty sure the Desolate Land was what Steppenwolf did.
Yeah.
But they fixed that. That didn't happen. So I really hope that they go on to showing him being just fucking Superman. Good old kick-ass Superman. Love Superman.
Hey, you're not alone in that.
I know.
Just, we don't share your bad boner over
Bad boner.
I'm all for the flash.
soap.
Soap.
So
thank you guys for hanging out, and we will
Oh,
see
yeah.
you every Wednesday and every Friday, and next month for Star Wars. It's gonna be a
Oh,
lot of fun.
shit.
Wait.
Also in your dreams.
we'll be there.
That's $3 a month.
Definitely gonna. Oh yeah. By the way, spoilers. We didn't say that in the beginning. So
Oh yeah,
Right.
by the way, if you
By
didn't
the
know,
way.
spoilers.
If you happen to be streaming this podcast and skip to the end, there are spoilers.
Happy to help you there.
Love ya.
Yeah, you're pretty cool. Thanks for the 4 gumballs.